quarterback sneak by Randall Cunningham, and he picks up about 5, at least 5, for the first down, and gets into Redskin territory.
You know, I think Randall Cunningham might be the best quarterback sneaker in the league. Man, when he came into the league, he was that way. And the key, what he does, is he always takes a little bit of a step. See, he takes that little delay step, and then he waits for things to develop, and then he goes. And that's a great shot. You see his eyes get real big.
First down underneath again. Intended for Hebron off his hands. And deflected once again. Hollingquist. So he's had 2 chances for interceptions here on this drive. 2:14 remaining in the 4th quarter. The Redskins lead by 1 point.
So we got a battle going on over that left side. Bernard Williams, number 74, the rookie offensive tackle, and Ken Harvey, right defensive end right now.
Walker lines up in the slot to the left on 2nd and 10. Cunningham fires, intended for Calvin Williams, and defense downfield by Alan Grant.
Harvey going with the speed rush and decides to try to power. Wants to take the 2 steps, get into the chest to Williams, and Williams starts to get on his heels, so you got help coming from the inside. That's a great job of Alexander of knowing where to go with your help.
Last time Calvin Williams was shut out was on October 11th, 1992, 2 years ago against the Chiefs. 3rd down and 10. He hasn't caught one yet. Walker out to the left. Cunningham with time, and the pass is caught. And this time Calvin Williams makes his first catch against Grant, and it's a big one as we get down to our 2-minute warning. 14-yard gain, and it couldn't come at a better time for Calvin Williams.
Alan Grant, number 26 in the slot. Calvin Williams right here, number 89. I'll tell you something, you can't play this coverage any better. Uses his help, makes him run through him to the outside. You know what the difference is? Randall Cunningham threw that ball the only place it could be thrown. And it's a nice catch. Grant had great coverage. Sometimes you can do everything right, and it still goes against you.
He was training to be a fireman in Atlanta when he was called upon many weeks ago to join the Redskins as a nickel back. He played well that game and has impressed the Redskins ever since. But now the Eagles threaten with 2 minutes to go. First down on the Washington 34. And the flip to Hebron.
Boy, that's a nice play.
Hebron has the first down. Hollingquist on the tackle. And Broderick Thompson was out front blocking.
Yeah, you see who those big blockers were, though? The wide receivers, Calvin Williams and Victor Bailey. They got the blocks. Watch on the outside. They're going to take this. They're going to throw it right back outside. There's one block right there. And then here's the other one, Calvin Williams on Andre Collins. And then big Broderick Thompson gets out there and blocks the DB.
Eddie Murray waiting in the wings for the Eagles. First down on the 17. That was a 17-yard gain. Vaughn Hebron is going to get thrown for a loss by a host of Redskins, including Ken Harvey, Sterling Palmer, and a loss of 3 yards with 1:41 remaining.
Well, that last play was really well designed and executed. They got those guys out there. It was interesting because they put the little guys, the wide receivers, blocking the big guys. Then they took the big guy and blocked him on the little guy.
The Eagles have 2 timeouts left. The Redskins 1. Second down and 13. Eagles already in field goal range. And there goes the hand up the middle to Herschel Walker. Remember, Eddie Murray has missed his 2 field goal attempts today, his first misses of this season.
The timeout called right now.
And the Redskins call the timeout. That is their last timeout. That's interesting, Matt.
No, you got to take it right here. If you don't take it here, they let another 30 seconds run off the clock. And that puts them at about 30 seconds when they bring up the 4th down. That's saying they stopped them. So you take your timeout here. Hopefully they get an incomplete pass, and then Murray tries the field goal, and you give yourself about 40 seconds to try to work the field.
Murray had made 9 in a row and 19 straight over 2 years before he missed earlier in the game from 49 yards and again from 42 yards. This attempt would be closer in. Redskins may be thinking about what they'll do without any timeouts remaining offensively to try to get into field goal range to win it.
No question. And the first part of that quotient is going to be the return game of Brian Mitchell, who's been having a great game returning again. But first, they've got to stop him here on third down.
And Alan Grant has come in for Darrell Green, who's out of the game. Third down and 9. And the give is to Walker. And he gets inside the 15-yard line where Andre Collins makes the stop. And now Eddie Murray will come on in for the Eagles.
Well, Big Antone Davis was hot. He thought he had something outside, started jumping up and down when that play was over because Herschel broke it back inside. He must have seen something no one else did.
So here is Murray, who has kicked so successfully over the years with the Detroit Lions and then last year with the Super Bowl champion Dallas Cowboys.
You can see there's 12 seconds. They're going to make this kick with about 23 seconds left. Or they're going to leave it run all the way down and then call the timeout so they can use all the time on the clock.
And the Eagles are left with one timeout. And as you mentioned, just 23 seconds on the game clock. And if the Redskins ever had an effective block play on a field goal attempt, this would be the time.
Yeah, well, you wish it was that easy. Say, all right, put the block play in, no problem. Hey, we got the block play. Don't worry, we're going to block it.
Johnny Thomas has come in for the Redskins. Tim Johnson, there is Thomas. Farad hoping to get another chance, but as you mentioned, Matt, he passed the test today, regardless of what the final score of this game will be.
Yeah, and you look at his attempts and completions, and, they're not the greatest. You can see Eddie Murray 4 for 4 inside the 30-yard line. This will be a 31-yard attempt.
John Hudson, the snapper. Brian Barker, the holder. Eddie Murray. And the kick is perfect, and the Philadelphia Eagles have regained the lead. 31-29 with only 19 seconds remaining. And the Skins out of timeout. Murray with a 30-yard field goal, 1 of 3 today, but the one he made was a big one.
Never in doubt. Murray hit it clean like Lohmiller previous. Thing's still going up by the time it hits that net in the back.
He knew it. Well, another great finish, and it could be, if the Redskins don't score, that the Eagles will have won 5 in a row over the Redskins. All of those wins coming in the last minute of play.
It's amazing. And that's what rivalries do, and like I talked about a million times, that's familiarity, knowing each other. And now, the first part of the Redskin chance will fall into the hands of Brian Mitchell if they kick the ball that deep to him.
In case you're wondering, Chip Lohmiller, who kicked a 54-yard field goal earlier, has his career long of 56 yards back in 1990 and hopes to get that opportunity. Mitchell is back, and Murray will kick off. And a good kick sends Mitchell back inside his 10. Mitchell, unbelievable, gets tripped up. Otherwise, he might have had another 10 yards out of it. And it was Eric Zomalt on the tackle with 13 seconds remaining.
And they're about 30 yards away from a field goal try.
Coming up on the NASDAQ Stock Market Postgame Report, JB and Terry will get you caught up on all the action with scores and highlights from this 9th week of the NFL season. That's all coming up next on the NASDAQ Stock Market Postgame Report. Redskins out of timeouts. First down on their own 40-yard line. Barat.
Boy, he's got him.
He's got Desmond Howard. get out of bounds. Eric Allen makes the stop, and the clock is going to run down.
That's it.
The game is over, and the Eagles have won. Is the Miller Lite player of the game, and the Philadelphia Eagles once again do it in the second half and come from behind to win, and now have raised their record to 6-2 on the year, and the Redskins drop to 2-7. For Matt Millen, I'm Dick Stockton saying so long from RFK Stadium. Coming up next on the NASDAQ Stock Market Postgame Report, JB and Terry with scores and highlights from around the NFL. You are watching Fox Sports coverage of the National Football League.
What a